It's like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas.
It's week 10 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Giants and the Panthers, and it's all up next.
From the state of Bavaria and its capital, Munich, we're looking at Allianz Arena. Normally a famed football stadium, but here, playing host to the NFL and a much different type of football. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out they come for their opening drive of this ball game. Leading them out, a man in his 13th NFL season and rising quickly up the career leaderboards, Russell Wilson.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
I'll start the drive with Singletary, and he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Russ now from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now here's Russ. We've got a screen to the running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. Bringing him out, coming off a tough rookie season as the top pick in the 2023 draft is Bryce Young.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go,
Young on the play action. That pass complete to McMillan. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. from the 46. That's going to be caught by Evans. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Plowing up the middle. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Well, Brock, they haven't been immune to the injury bug this season, but somehow, someway, their losses on the depth chart have yet to lead to a loss on the field.
Yeah, and to me, Kate, this is really two things. This is good coaching and great attitude. They've stayed level-headed, and they've refused to panic whenever someone's gone down. That next man up mentality. And that's how they've stayed undefeated so deep into this season. These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
On third down, it's Young. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Sam Martin on now to punt it away on fourth. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Giants and Russell Wilson headed back to the field now. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Ole Miss rookie. Man, not even the shorter throws are safe in this one, partner. That is some aggressive coverage to be playing for picks that close to the line.
Yeah, not in this league. You know, maybe Pop Warner High School, even in college, but not in this league. There is no gimmies. You have to have a sense of urgency at all times because these defenders are too good. They'll go and take it away no matter where they throw it on the field.
The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Play action now, Young. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Dowdle is in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you. And we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Matthew Wright for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half Well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On first down, it's Wilson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Panthers get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Defense shows blitz. Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards, but Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Let's go now.
3rd and long for him here. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
Dowdle runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers pull out in front further. 13-zip. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. Our score, 14-0. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Finds his fullback. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. 2nd and 3 now. They give up the gut to Singletary. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
1st down, here's Russ. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Second down now, 7 to go. Give to Singletary from the gun. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, this is Singletary. This is ahead for about 5. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 32. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Putting the tight end in motion. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Singletary. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here's Wilson. That's to his running back, Devin Singletary. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Wilson now from the gun. Pass. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Panthers pick this one up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. What an incredible drive they had authored, Brock. But all that progress, well, pardon the pun here, just fumbled away.
I couldn't say it better myself.
The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Giants football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Russ setting to throw. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
Wilson on 3rd down. This finds Singletary. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, Kate, that's exactly what that coverage was meant for. Make the quarterback throw it short, go up and rally, and get yourself off the field.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Panthers set to take the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. To the air on 1st down. Young. He beams one deep right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Wilson on 1st and 10. Able to get it to Singletary. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he goes out of bounds after getting them to the 7. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Cut near the goal line. And that's a New York touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that return gets him a little extra. Then if he'd taken that knee, he's up above the 25 before he heads out of bounds. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So that's halftime for us here. It's a 7-point game after our first 2 quarters. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
With that, the 2 squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Ewer. Second half coming up now from Munich. Looks like a fun place to be as we send you back to Germany and Kate Scott.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Dowdle now to return it. Returns looking good so far. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line. The Panthers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's one of the best in the league this season. Still the guy that everybody is chasing in passing yards. Look at that, up over 3,000 of them to this point. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Now a give running right. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Out of the gun, Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. Well, we all know at this point, turnover's the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now an inside give to Singletary. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On play action now, Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. They put a receiver in motion here left. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He finds Johnson. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. It's Singletary off the option. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Wilson. He has the first over the middle. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants tie things up at 14. Gano ready to send this away. Dowdle now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Carolina offense headed out now. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 29. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds Sanders. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Legette's got it. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Carolina in punt formation. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. And he doesn't put much height or distance on this one. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give left side for Singletary. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Wilson with it on 1st. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Now a give to Singletary. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now stick with Singletary. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Russ now from the gun. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now here's Russ. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Has it down close. He has the New York touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Gano ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. Across the 45 and still going. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping. They are hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And that is how you get a team deep. That hits and careens out of bounds at the 3. Now here comes the New York offense. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Handoff running left. Here's Singletary. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Singletary again. And this one doesn't go far. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. Back to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. They get 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. All right, here we go, 2nd down. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up at the line. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Giants leading by 7. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Singletary. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be Panthers football. First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. This is reeled in by Leggett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Back to throw. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
He'll look to throw it. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Throwing now. Brought in right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Setting up to pass. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. Young working from the gun. Forced out to his right. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
So this kick now to force overtime. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Russ setting to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. All right, so in overtime, Brock, we could see 1 possession or we could see 3+. If the team who gets it first scores, the game ends then and there. A field goal or less, and we play on, and their opponents get a chance to respond. And if we're still tied after those first 2 possessions, this soccer chick likes this. It's golden goal football, Brock. The next score would win. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and help them finish the job right away in OT. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. He finds Sanders. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Play action now, Young. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets this to Sanders. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Young on the play action. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He had it for a Great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They go play action here. He's looking deep once again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They'll bring out the punter here. And in overtime, this has to be struck well. Broke through the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They've got first down from the 31. They'll start the drive with Singletary. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Russ looking to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll go right side with Singletary. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 2nd and 3 now. They give up the gut to Singletary. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third down, 1 yard to go. It's a give to Singletary. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. Looking to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. Coming right to Singletary. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Wilson now off the play action. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Panthers surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game. Okay, now both sides have had a shot, Brock. Neither offense could get the job done. Looks like it'll be one of these defenses that wins them this one in overtime.
Yeah, give these crews defensively some credit here. It's hard to play defense in overtime, but both deliver, and now which offense, Kate, can go and capitalize and finish this game?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. That pass complete to McMillan. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Toward the sideline, and he's got Leggett. The end result there, 15 yards. And well, all reviews in overtime have to come from the officials. And we have one. So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. To the air on first down, Young. He puts some juice on a deep throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap now to Young. And he reaches the end zone. That is a game-winning touchdown. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And the trip to Germany was for business, Brock, but they certainly got some pleasure out of this trip too with a victory. So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say goodbye from Germany.